What is up, guys? Wrestling Premiere is here. Bonus content. Alright, this one, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty easy to make. The build up to this feud was short yet sweet at the same time. And once again, I felt like providing you guys with some bonus content in this time. We all know how it feels. It's such a terrible time right now, and I thought, let's just provide more content for you guys at home. It's on topics that aren't mentioned much or will never win the vote. I use these bonus days to make these kinds of videos, like, say for example, the Mexicals. They lost the vote the other day, right? Well, I just made that video on them about a few days earlier, and that's what I do. I just choose something, a topic they'll never win, at least that's what it looks like, and I make a video on it. So expect videos like Jimmy Wang Yang, the Hart Dynasty, you know, stuff like that. Expect like lesser known things, like they're less likely to win the vote, and expect them in these bonus content things. I do this occasionally. So yeah, every once in a while I do bonus content. The last one was the Mexicals, and before that one was the Trish Stratus and Mickie James feud about a week ago. Anyways, I always felt this was underappreciated. I love the build up and the fact that the match actually delivered, which is ridiculous if you think about it. Like, the Big Show and Floyd Mayweather, a non-wrestler, having a great match. And it wasn't expected of them to have a great match. That's the funny part. Like, these two are expected to have a horrendous match because Floyd Mayweather can't work, obviously. And he probably isn't going to listen to the Big Show's advice in the ring. So yeah, in this video, I cover the often forgotten feud between Floyd Mayweather and the Big Show. And no, it's not forgotten. Everyone remembers this one. It's not mentioned as much as it was previously. For me to cover this one, we got to go back to No Way Out 2008, where it began. Alright, Rey Mysterio had just suffered an injury and the Big Show decided to randomly return. It was a fresh return. Big Show, after a year away from WWE, returned, and in his own words, he was faster and leaner. I assume he was a babyface because he was good with the crowd. Big Show said that he misses his place and he couldn't think of any better way to introduce himself back to the audience. He said that he'll be champion once again, and he said that it's only a matter of time before he wins the title. Then, he suddenly decided to grab an injured Rey Mysterio, turning heel in the process. Big Show left WWE as a heel in 2006, he returned as a face, and now he's a heel. He then taunted Floyd Mayweather, who was sitting in the front row. The Giant then threw Rey into the ring, and just as he was about to chokeslam him, Floyd Mayweather jumps the barricade. He ran into the ring while his entourage prevented a fight from happening. They finally let him go and the two stood face to face. Look at the damn size difference there. Like, Big Show would swat him like a fly. Both men were eager to fight. Big Show then started taunting Mayweather before shoving him. He then went on his knees, and the first chance Mayweather gets, he pops him with a right. Well, not right, he popped him with rights and lefts. He blasted him in quick succession with like 4 or 5 punches, and you barely even notice him. You'd think it was only 2 or 3. And he ran away. Big Show chased him down and he ran through that damn entourage before Shane McMahon tried cooling him down. Look at the damage Mayweather inflicted on the Big Show. He continued spitting blood as he walked to the back. On Talk Is Jericho back in 2015, Big Show spoke about the moment Mayweather blasted him. I was used to getting punched in the face, if that makes any sense. I went to him and said, "Look, I'm so much bigger than you, you're going to need to break my nose." And he looks at me and goes, "What?" And I said if I didn't break my nose, then we're dead in the water. We had to get people talking, because who's dumb enough to let a boxer break his nose? I went down to my knee, hands to my side, eyes closed, to get the nose broken. I was excited for the opportunity because originally it was supposed to be Floyd and I against Rey and Big Show in a tag, but Batista tore a tricep or a lat or something and Rey got hurt. This was all in like a 2-week period. They asked me if I'd work with Money Mayweather and put him over, and I said absolutely. I'd put over way worse. Now, the fact that the Big Show allowed him to break his nose is insane to me, because this proves that he has an immense amount of dedication for the business by doing that. Like, he's wise. Think about it. You're watching and you're thinking, why would the Big Show let him break his nose? I initially thought Mayweather accidentally blasted him, like they said that in the WrestleMania Rewind documentary. Anyways, the next night on Raw, both Mayweather and the Big Show confronted one another. Big Show came out first and he apologized for what he did the previous night. He asked for Mayweather to come down to the ring so he could formally apologize. As Mayweather walked down the aisle, the fans were booing him. He greeted Anaheim, who proceeded to boo him. Mayweather said that he loves publicity and he's been a fan of the WWE for many years. The fans booed him. He apologized for the way things happened the previous night and he called himself the best fighter in the world as the fans booed. Big Show said that's okay as it's in the past. He then apologized and offered his hand out to the fighter. He shook his hand and he left. As Mayweather walked towards the back, Big Show called him out and he said that he wants to get something off his chest. He said that the only way Mayweather could hurt him is if he was on his knees. He added that he let Mayweather leave the ring. He then challenged him one-on-one to a match. Big Show said that it's publicity if Mayweather faces him. Floyd, realizing that this publicity means more money, sprinted back into the ring, and just by the look on his face, he was enjoying this. He was eager to get in there. He accepted the challenge, and he teased the Big Show before walking away. On the March 3rd, 2008 episode of Raw, Floyd Mayweather appeared via satellite to speak about this match. Jerry Lawler asked him if he's ever been hurt. He said that in fighting, he's the best, and at WrestleMania, we're gonna see the best. He claimed that he was intimidated by the Big Show, and he said this time around, he's gonna break Big Show's jaw. Lawler asked him if $20 million is worth getting an ass kicking from the Big Show. He then responded by saying that WWE is now called MME, Money Mayweather Entertainment. The following week, Shane McMahon came out to control this chaos as both Big Show and Mayweather were set to weigh in. Mayweather was once again booed. They absolutely hated him. He was arrogant and he was flaunting all his money, showing off this damn stuff. And they didn't like it. Like, this guy isn't supposed to be a baby face. I think he was only perceived that way in the beginning, and by this time he was a heel. Shane McMahon informed both men that this is a weigh-in and he expects them to be professional. Mayweather weighed in at 159 pounds, while the Big Show was 441 pounds. They were going to have a photo op, but then Big Show grabbed the mic. He said that Floyd brought out his posse, and now he's bringing his. Out came the WWE roster. Floyd was whining to Shane about this, and he was visibly upset. Big Show said that when the roster knew about this weigh-in, they wanted to come down here and see the $1 million man. He said that $20 million is a lot of money, and he told them that maybe he should throw that money to the Crabs so they don't hate him, you know, the roster. Or maybe he should give some of that money to his entourage so they could pretend to be his friend for a while. Big Show asked Mayweather if the risk is really worth it. And there's only two scenarios in this situation. The first is if he decides to take pity on Mayweather by embarrassing him and allowing him to live to fight another day. And the second scenario is if Mayweather continues to disrespect him, then he guarantees Floyd will never box again. He gave the little runt, he called him that, the mic to announce his decision. "You suck" chants intensified as Mayweather stood on a turnbuckle. He brought out a large amount of cash and he smelt it. He disrespected the giant by throwing the cash right at him. He said that he respects what the Big Show's done in the WWE, but he doesn't respect him as a human being. What chants intensified as Mayweather promoted the match. He mentioned the incident at No Way Out and how he will break Big Show's jaw at WrestleMania. As Mayweather was leaving, the Big Show grabbed him and he threw him onto the competitors on the outside. He was definitely feeling the effects of this one. Like, it was a wild turn of events. The Entourage versus WWE roster was amazing. On the March 17th episode of Raw, Chris Jericho hosted the highlight reel with the Big Show as his guest. Jericho made fun of the fact that Mayweather punched Big Show several times, and he also showed a clip of the weigh-in from the previous week. Big Show said that this proves nobody likes Mayweather and used Jericho as an example, and he compared Jericho to Floyd. And he said that Jericho is as good as he is, will only last 2 minutes in the ring, and he could only imagine how long Floyd will last at WrestleMania. Y2J called him a jackass, and he reminded him who he was. The first undisputed champion, and the future Money in the Bank winner. That never happened. He called Jericho Napoleon, and he said that he's the WWE's equivalent of Mayweather. Loud, arrogant, disrespectful, and he's way over his head. He then challenged Jericho to an Intercontinental Championship match, and he continued to insult him. He made fun of Y2J's hairstyle, stating that he looks like he's out for a night of singing karaoke to Justin Timberlake. And the biggest insult of them all, he said that he heard Jericho sing and he doesn't think it's a good idea. Jericho took a jab at Big Show's appearance on SNL and he accepted the challenge. During that title match, Jericho got himself disqualified and Big Show debuted the KO punch. That's the reason why I mentioned all of this. He debuted the knockout blow on this night. Alright, heading into the event, both men trained. Mayweather was all about the money and the lavish lifestyle, while the Big Show was about humbling the arrogant boxer. At WrestleMania, these two had a shockingly good match. The fact that Big Show and Mayweather weren't overshadowed on a card featuring HBK and Flair and Taker and Edge is ridiculous. The no DQ match was awesome. Mayweather had to have an extravagant entrance, and anyways, he was wise. During the match, he avoided the Big Show in the beginning, and he took a break. Big Show had enough, and he leveled one of Mayweather's handlers. He tried stepping on Mayweather's hands, but he failed. He continued to manhandle him, but he left himself open to some rights, and Big Show was dazed due to this. That staggered the Big Show, and Mayweather jumped onto him. Big Show was fading away from the sleeper, but he recovered, and he stepped on Floyd's arm. His entourage were whining about this. He then showed him what WWE is about. He then stepped on Mayweather as his handler was complaining. Floyd tried getting back into it, but Big Show delivered a sidewalk slam. He continued punishing him before the entourage grabbed Mayweather and got the hell out of there. Big Show was like, F this. He went through the security and he was like, you're getting the hell back in there. His entourage continued to get involved, but Big Show knocked them down. Floyd then capitalized on this by grabbing a chair and he blasted the Big Show with it. The Giant managed to withstand the shots, but then Floyd Money Mayweather low-blowed him. He repeatedly blasted Big Show in the head with a chair, and then he grabbed brass knucks. He blasted the Big Show with it, and this got him the victory. This was fun as hell. Watching it again, it was short and sweet. Big Show punished him in the beginning, but once Mayweather's handlers got involved, the whole complexion of the match changed. It was the brass knucks loaded right hand that got him the victory. Now sure, I would have loved to see Big Show win because he certainly deserved this. Like, how many times did Big Show win at WrestleMania? But it didn't matter though, because he was one of the focal points of WrestleMania. On WWE Film Room back in 2017, Big Show spoke about this matchup, courtesy of Wrestling Inc. And I quote, "I didn't know how Floyd was going to work in front of 70,000 people." The Big Show continued. "I didn't know if he'd go into business for himself. He was a better pro in the ring than some guys that I've been in the ring with that have trained for this and done this for several years. I lost, which I don't really count winning and losing," the Big Show said. "I care about trying to tell good stories and have good matches. It was one of the best things I've been a part of in my career. I commend him for that. He's not selfish in wanting things to go his way. It doesn't matter to him as long as he helps the business." Alright, and that's it for this video. This one was short as hell. It's a bonus content thing. I don't go overboard with it. I just use these kinds of days to make shorter content and different kinds of content. Next bonus content thing, I don't know. Maybe the plane ride from hell. Expect short videos, bonus contents every couple of days. Who knows? Maybe 2 every week or 1 every week. I don't know. I'm still getting the schedule done. That's it for this video. Make sure you hit a brass knucks right hand on the like button and perhaps a choke slam on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.